I always thought I knew my wife. Not in a superficial way, but deeply. The kind of knowing that comes from years of being together. We met young, built everything from scratch, and went through all the phases people talk about: excitement, struggles, growth. By the time we got married, I had no doubts about her. None. About a month after the wedding, we took a short trip to celebrate. Nothing extravagant, just a quiet weekend in a nearby city, a hotel, some bars, a chance to relax. That night is burned into my memory now. She spent extra time getting ready. I remember watching her in the mirror, fixing her hair, adjusting her dress. She looked incredible, effortless, but also like she was trying harder than usual. At the time, I thought it was for me. We went out and found a bar with music and a decent crowd, ordered drinks, talked, laughed. It felt like one of those perfect moments where everything just works. And then he showed up. He walked straight toward us, like he already knew exactly who she was. "Hey," he said, smiling at her. Not at me, at her. She froze for just a second, barely noticeable, but enough that I caught it. Then she forced a smile and introduced him as someone from work. "Different branch," she said. "Not someone I needed to worry about." We shook hands, but something about it felt off. He lingered a little too long. His tone was too relaxed, too familiar, like there was a layer of history I wasn't aware of. We exchanged a few words, small talk. Then he left. I remember looking at her and asking, "You okay?" She nodded too quickly. "Yeah, I just don't like him. Let's go somewhere else." So we did. At the time, I trusted her completely. I didn't question it. I didn't push. But looking back now, that was the moment everything should have clicked. Because that wasn't discomfort. That was fear. Years went by. We settled into married life, work, responsibilities, routines. The excitement faded a bit, but I thought that was normal. That's what happens when life becomes stable. We still had good moments, holidays, late-night conversations, small traditions that felt uniquely ours. Nothing seemed broken. Until one evening, everything was. She came home quieter than usual, distant, like she had already made a decision before even walking through the door. "We need to talk," she said. Those 4 words instantly put me on edge. We sat down, and then she said it. "I cheated on you." Just like that. No hesitation, no build-up, no attempt to soften it. I remember staring at her, waiting for her to take it back, to say it was a joke or a misunderstanding, but she didn't. I asked the questions everyone asks. When? Who? Why? And every answer felt like another piece of reality collapsing. It happened before our wedding, at a company Christmas party. They were drinking, talking, laughing, and then they went upstairs to his hotel room. "It didn't mean anything," she said. "It was a mistake." I felt something inside me snap, not loudly, not dramatically, just a quiet, irreversible break. But the worst part hadn't even hit me yet. "Who was it?" I asked. And when she told me his name, I already knew. It was him, the guy from the bar. Suddenly, that night replayed in my head with a completely different meaning. The way he looked at her, the way she froze, the tension I couldn't explain. He wasn't just some coworker. He was someone who had already been with my wife. And I had stood there, shook his hand, made small talk, while he carried a secret about my own relationship that I didn't even know existed. That realization hurt more than the cheating itself. Because in that moment, I understood something devastating. I was the only person in that room who didn't know the truth. They shared that knowledge, that history, and I was just there, clueless. I asked her why she never told me. She said she was afraid, that she didn't want to lose me, that it meant nothing. But if it meant nothing, why hide it for years? Why build a marriage on top of it? Why wait until now? I couldn't live with the guilt anymore, she said. But it didn't feel like guilt. It felt like timing, like she waited until the truth would hurt her less than it would hurt me. That night changed everything. Not just how I saw her, but how I saw our entire past. Every memory felt unstable, like it could collapse if I looked at it too closely. I started questioning things I never doubted before. Was that really the only time? Were there others? Were all those years honest, or just carefully managed? Because once trust breaks like that, it doesn't just crack, it spreads into everything. And the worst part is, you can't go back to not knowing.